let's go to 4A. 4A Division 2. Let's roll out our predictions for 4A Division 2. Lot to talk about here. Some fun things here. We'll start with Region 1. Region 1 is the one where there's the most disagreement.
Yeah.
3 different teams get votes here. We'll start with Ashley Pickle, rolling with the Graham Steers.
I had to dial up my Brent Homan energy and say go Steers. That's it. That's the only reason. No. This was a difficult region for me to pick. I feel like when you want to talk about there not being many gaps, this is definitely it. I think that Graham's offense has looked really good.
And I do think like it's really important to not, to your point, it's really important to not overrate one result.
Yes.
They have a 1-point loss at Hershey. Not a great result.
Right.
It's not a great result. However, the rest of their resume is like sparkling.
Is very impressive,
Yes.
and I think Ty Thompson is he's a
a stud
player. And when it comes to that kind of thing where the competition's all pretty close, if you have that one guy that can really sling it, I think that they can just outscore people.
Matt Stepp took Canyon West Plains, the Wolves, 9-1, champions.
That feels like a hipster pick.
Champions of District 2. But I'll tell you, like they lost week 1 to Bushland, okay? At Bushland by 6 points. Rattled off 9 straight, including wins over a 5A playoff team in Amarillo Palo Duro, Canyon, Seminole, handing them their only loss of the year. West Plains can go. West Plains is a fun team, and their offense averages 49 points a game. They are dangerous. But the pick for Mallory Ish and I, the courageous pick, the Lobos of Monahans. Folks, may I tell you of the good news about Chino Navarrete?
Yes.
Their quarterback.
Yes.
He rocks. He's really fun to watch, and they are rolling people right now. And they're averaging 53 points a game. They opened up their year with wins over Shallowater and Andrews, which is when I think people really started paying attention. They handed Fort Stockton their only loss of the year. This is a dangerous, dangerous ball club, and I love what Monahans brings to the table.
If Graham and Monahans was to meet in the regional semifinals, like you want to talk about quarterback,
yes,
so much fun.
Yes.
Fun as heck.
Yeah,
that game might last 4 hours, and there's going to be 87 points scored.
I know.
That would be fun as heck. Anyway, that's Region 1 or Region 1 to Region 2, where everyone here has chosen the Carthage Bulldogs. Now, again, this is another instance where we need to make sure that you understand that just because we're unanimous does not mean we're certain. I think Carthage has to be the pick.
Yes.
They're the number 1 team. They're undefeated. That win over Kilgore in the season opener is looking better and better.
Because Kilgore rocks.
We'll talk about them in the next one. They have, I think that quarterback Jet Surratt has grown. I think the offense has found its identity, and more importantly, their defense is really good.
I think you could tell, like, obviously, yes, they got the huge win over Kilgore, and that was great, but we still had so many questions at that point as if Jet Surratt was going to be the correct choice there. The win over Van is what sealed it for me. That was a really good Van team in week 10 of the season where they just went out there and destroyed them.
And they did frankly a vintage Carthage team, which is like 7-7 in the second quarter. They score right before halftime, and then they come out and they put Van in the figure 4 leg lock, and they make them tap out. Like, that's what happened. And now, here's the thing.
This is a deep district.
The region's crazy.
Yeah.
Pleasant Grove.
Yep.
Undefeated. Number 3 in the state.
With an unbelievable amount of athletes.
Unbelievable playmakers, right? We have our I think Aubrey's dangerous. I think Sunnyvale's dangerous, and then allow me to introduce you to the by-district cut the brakes game of the week.
Yes.
Center and Gilmer. Okay?
So good.
Both these offenses are nuts, and both these defenses also have jerseys. Like
this is gonna be a 90-point.
I'm telling you, first 1 to 70 wins in Gilmer and Center.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. So all of us like Carthage here, but that Thanksgiving matchup with Pleasant Grove,
Pleasant Grove
feels like a huge. And by the way, don't bury Van. I think Van would love another bite of the apple if they get there. So Carthage.
Van versus Aubrey in the area round is a sneaky little good matchup too.
Aubrey's a good ball club. Aubrey plays. I think Aubrey doesn't play flashy football. They kind of like grind you out, but they're really talented.
They remind me of, and not to this caliber, but they remind me their style of football is more like Alito, where it works to perfection.
Yep.
But God, it can be boring sometimes,
Yeah.
and they
Just
know
like,
it, and they're okay with
like,
it
sure,
because they
we're
win.
going to win this game. Exactly right. To Region 3 we go, where it's almost unanimous. Everyone, the WTF plus ROF plus half of Tep and Step. Like
There was such a better way
Half
to
a
say all of that.
like Silsby. And I don't disagree. Silsby's awesome. Silsby's fantastic. Ashton Cartwright, Trey Kibbles,
They've got
some
that one guy.
some other guy,
May have heard of them.
Draylon Miller. I mean, they've been great. They've been unbelievable. Okay. Now, I'm a little concerned that there's a little bit of a book out on how to slow down this offense, because West Orange Stark did it and Jasper did it.
I was just about to say.
Okay, that is why the team I'm riding with, folks, the Belleville Brahmas. Belleville's got 3 1,000-yard rushers.
Yeah.
Okay,
When you say stable.
1,000-yard rushers, and their defense is giving up 6 points a game, 5.5 points a game, I should say. Let's put some respect on it. This team is nasty, and I feel like nobody's paying attention to them. Belleville is a fascinating ball club. Now, look, this is the when you take a look at the way this thing breaks down, it will probably be Belleville and Silsby in a regional semifinal. That's if they get by Madisonville. 'Cause Madisonville's
Well,
no
I mean,
pushover.
they even get West Orange Stark in the first round. Like
West Orange Stark's a tough 4 seed.
Right, their record doesn't even indicate like how good they actually are.
Well, and that's my thing with Belleville is they've done so well. I just don't think they haven't been battle tested
No,
near as hard
that's fair.
as
Right.
Silsby has.
That's fair.
Like
Silsby
I've
has.
seen
Yes,
Silsby
agreed.
not only one just go out there and destroy people. I've seen Silsby pull through some pretty tight wins, and that's what's been impressive. I don't think Belleville's been pushed.
Let me allow me to now put in let me just get in front of the comments that we're going to get from this. No, we didn't forget about Cuero. Cuero is very good as well, and Cuero is going to be in the mix. They are undefeated, 10-0. They have been exceptional as well. They're averaging 48 points a game. A lot to like about Jared Feacoch's bunch. Between them, between Silsby, it's a loaded region. It's an absolutely loaded region.
Well, and man, if you were to get Cuero and Silsby in the regional final again
Oh,
after the way
man,
that one
again.
ended last year, like those seniors are going to want revenge.
Two other teams to mention here. 3 other teams, actually. It's a great region. Jasper is a dangerous 3 seed.
Yep.
Ty Anthony Smith and that defense is nasty, and they are a physical ball club. Waco Connolly, okay, the champions of District 11, as far as upside is concerned, maybe the highest upside in this district or in this region, and Hampshire Finette.
I like the Longhorns.
Yeah, don't throw dirt on Hampshire Finette just because they have that one loss to Silsby. Silsby, right? Yeah. That is a really, really good Hampshire Finette ball club, so keep an eye on that. But Region 3 is fascinating. Region 4 is kind of less fascinating. It's Wimberley, the reigning state runner-up from a year ago. It's unanimous among our group. I think to me, the second best team in that region is probably Sinton.
Yeah.
I wanted to
they
believe,
destroyed Geronimo Navarro during the regular season.
and I wanted to believe in Ingleside.
I was about to say that.
I
one,
wanted
yeah.
to, but last week to go and for Sinton to do what they did to them and beat them pretty badly, I don't know. It that takes a little bit of sting out of it, and so I think it's Wimberley.
Yep.
I think the growth we've seen from quarterback Cody Stover. Whereas last year he was a good quarterback, and now, but there was a little bit of game management in this game.
Now he's the chief of that.
He's the
offense.
guy. He's awesome.
The locker room is bought in on him, and if you've watched Wimberley games live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live, you can see that really come into fruition.
But all of us take Carthage to win a state championship. I think we're just not picking against Scott Surratt.
You know what? I learned my lesson last year when I picked
You can't do it.
against Carthage and Scott Surratt, and I learned my lesson, and so I picked Carthage and Scott Surratt.
She did. She picked Silsby last
I did pick.
year,
I picked,
and then absolutely got blown up in her DM.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. That
I will say
wasn't
this. Okay, here's what I'll say about Carthage. If you're going to beat them, you have to beat them on or before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Okay?
110%.
The later it gets in the playoffs, the
worse
better
it is
they
for you.
are.
Yep.
The better they are, plain and simple. So to me, it's Pleasant Grove. Pleasant Grove's the opportunity. That's the one team I think that can beat them. Because if they get to a title game, I don't care if they're playing the Dallas Cowboys.
9 for 9, people. 9 for 9. They've got a better record in AT&T Stadium than the Cowboys do, period. Like, at any given year.
You're right.
Well, that's not hard. Hey, thanks for watching this clip here on YouTube. If you like this kind of stuff and you want more of it, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And remember, you can watch us live every weekday at noon at TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, or here on YouTube. And if you want more of the best coverage of football in the state of Texas, check out TexasFootball.com and become a Dave Campbell's Texas Football Insider at TexasFootball.com/subscribe.